Here we are in my garden, and I'm taking a look at the situation to do with my hazels. And I know I mentioned it in one of my earlier videos. Just watched Woody's video about brotting. Here we have a classic British hazelnut. This one is the Kentish cob. And also in my garden I've got a cross-pollinating variety called a filbert. So the idea is, if I show you, here we have side branches of the Kentish cob, and the idea with brotting is, as you can see, very narrow branch, is to snap the branch, snap it, so you can see the break there, and leave it, and this part here of the branch which is unsnapped, more light gets to it, okay, and there's another side branch there, okay, and I'll also do the same thing, do that and snap that, okay, see that? Snap, right? And the light, you see the sunlight there, is going to get into this living part here, and this will slowly sort of die off. But don't take it off yet, just leave it on, because it's not time for pruning yet. Here we are, there's a leader here, and do the same thing. Bend it over, okay. That's it, and you go along all the side branches and do this brutting, okay. So I've got quite a bit to do, and these leaders here as well do the same. So all the little side branches, you can see the break there, a break there, and I'm just going to do this one here. There's a break there, okay. There's another break there. All the little side branches along this branch here of this Kentish cob have had the brutting done, okay. And the idea is to go to the whole of the plant. Woodland strawberries are more adapted to shady conditions. You can see here there's a couple there which are slowly ripening off, so they can be kept in more shady parts of your garden, such as here at the front where I've kept it out of the direct sun, and they don't like direct sun, and they do need liquid feed, and obviously, as I've said, change the compost every year. For those of you who haven't seen them before, this is what woodland strawberries look like. These aren't quite ripe, and the beauty of them is they carry on the strawberry season well into autumn, so when you think strawberries are all over, they're not. And these are good to be eating with your breakfast cereal, with your crunchy granolas, or pop them in your porridge or on your cornflakes. Woodland strawberries now repotted. Of course, if you do get more than one together, you can feel very careful. There's a pair there. If you're very careful, you can divide the roots, but they're easily damaged. If the roots are damaged, what I do is, learning from other people, such as Little Dirt Never Hurt, plant them deeper. Like this one here has got very short roots, so plant it much deeper, and give it some liquid feed as well. So it's now in the fresh compost, peat-free compost, this one. Well, that strange looking spear of a plant there rising up, believe it or not, is ginger. I've put this in the hottest place in the garden. It gets a bit of shade, but it really does get the full heat, because it does need full heat. And two of them are sprouted from, I believe it's like sort of an underground rhizome or tuber type thing. So obviously it's alive. It's taken since April, burst through the soil about, I don't know, about 10 days ago, and now it's like this. So that's what ginger looks like. Well, I've no idea when to harvest it, etc, so I'll have to look it up, but there you go. Decided to repot the ginger, so this is what I've got. I mean, I bought these from the supermarket, had them in water. Now, as you can see, they're throwing up shoots. So this has been since sort of May time. We're now August, and this is the larger one. Okay, this spear that's come up here, so I'm going to repot them. I'm going to put them into a proper grow bag, okay, and put it in the hottest place in the garden to get as much sun as I can, and see if it develops even more. Of course, I'll feed it as well. This is what the sort of rhizome underground plant of the ginger looks like, that's really sort of thrown up this big sort of spear, which will be repotted, and obviously I'll give it some soil feed. Don't know if you can see this clearly, but these two little sprouts come up here, one and there, are actually from ginger. Now I got the idea from a lot mental, so I got some supermarket ginger. First of all, I had it in early spring at home in water by the windowsill, and I saw that it did seem to sprout. It grows by sort of rhizomes underground. It's like tubers or something underground. And I thought, well, it's not going to work because it's not hot enough in the UK. And then, ta-da, we had a heat wave. Now it looks to me like the ginger is actually outside in this garden. In the sun it must be 90 degrees Fahrenheit or more, and in the shade, you know, it's in the 80s, and it's just exactly the perfect conditions for ginger. So something good came of the heat wave. This ginger. The carrots in this tub have enjoyed being in medium sun. I've kept them shaded in the morning. They're an easy variety to grow, have the nickname of orange ball carrots, and basically I had to have them fleeced for most of the early part of spring because with the carrot root fly is terrible around here. But now that that risk is over, the fact that it's in a high tub also off the ground with the fleece on helps it because the flies go low, you see. So I'll have a look and I'll start lifting some of them up and seeing what they're like, to see if they are indeed little ball carrots. Never grown it before. This primrose is known as zebra blue, and it was all in one clump, and it's obviously divided, so now from one plant I've got 3. So if you're careful and patient with wild plants, these grow wild round on the Trent Hills near me, the primrose, you can get extra plants. It'll propagate itself, and I've repotted it to give me 3. This is all the sparrows. Babies mostly, these ones waiting for their parents. Picking off some little insects around the crabapple tree. And as you can see, they're starting to turn colour now.